Hi everyone, and welcome to my Procreate demo for the piece I call Jack. So this is a drawing of my son, and I did it just sort of on a whim. I normally don't draw people, or I just don't like doing likenesses because I'm bad at it mostly. So I just thought this would be fun to do one night though. I had just finished the previous piece, and I wanted to roll into something new right away. Didn't want to lose the momentum, and I wanted to keep trying different paint techniques. So on the previous one, which is called Strong Look, I did watercolor, which I've done several times. And as I've been sort of using Procreate more and playing around with it, and I've sort of got this, there's less commitment when I'm working in Procreate, I feel. I've been trying different things. So real quick, I want to point out this as it's happening. So I draw the nose, and then I realize it's a little too big, and I size it down. You'll see that coming in a second. I just want to point that out because I thought it was just sort of like a funny example of when anyone who's drawing anything sometimes makes a mistake, and luckily we can just quickly adjust it now. You'll see that change coming after I clean it up a little bit. But anyways, so when I started drawing this, I didn't know if I was going to do watercolor again or if I was going to do something completely different. So the style that I end up eventually arriving at is sort of a I don't know, just messy acrylic sort of look. It's I don't know specifically, but it's sort of just the idea of using flats and then using some really subtle texture in the flats to do something somewhat interesting. So the sketch is almost done here, and now you can see the color. So right there, what I did in the background is sort of the idea I want to do across the whole thing, which is some values that are really close to each other, and then just add that slight bit of texture, but nothing is really rendered, nothing is really about the lighting. So you can see in the skin there, it's sort of messy. My kid is very pale, and so I just want to go with this like really light background, really light skin tone, and start banging in this like really muted palette, which is not something that I usually do. So this was just sort of largely an experimental thing. Also, my kid is very outgoing, and whenever I like doodle him just for the fun of it, he gets really like shy. So I just thought it'd be fun to do this just to do that to him. So here I am now, just sort of finding my way through how I wanted to render this. So I did this rim light, and in our new house we've got these blinds that cast this light across things. We all know that, and so I wanted to do that here. So then I decided, let's put some shadow. Let's put some really messy blocked in shadow, and then I created all this texture, but then at the very end I realized that the texture is just way too much. So you can see here me playing with blurring it, changing the lighting, decreasing the texture, and then we end up with this piece right here. So that's the demo for the piece I called Jack. I hope you liked it, and thanks for watching. If you're looking for me on the internet, these are the places where you can find me.